I want to start where your story starts in the book. It's your birthday. You turned 12 on February the 14th this year. You celebrate with friends. Is that the last really happy and I guess normal day you've enjoyed this year?
So actually, for me, there was normal days every day. I really like attend school in Ukraine, and I had a lot of hobbies there. I really like to play piano. I painting and I was studying excellent at school. And I remember there was 19th of February. It was one of the happiest day of my life as well. That we had bowling with my friends, and we had a lot of fun. It was like competition between each other, but it was one of the normal and happiest day in my life. And 23rd of February there was as normal a day as well, and it was the last day that I saw and I met my classmates.
Let's turn to the 24th of February, the day after that, when for you the war begins. You are woken by loud noises, Eva. They turn out to be missiles being rained down on Kharkiv. Tell us about what you felt when the bombing started.
So we couldn't believe that it started, because we have a lot of relatives there, and there was no sense to that war will break out. But in the morning, in 5:10 a.m., I heard first explosions. I couldn't understand that it's happened. I thought there was like metal sound, and I didn't suspect that war started. And then there was so powerful explosion that my heart was going into chest, and heart starts beating so fast. And then I realized the war broke out. We saw that missiles were flying over the fields, and my grandma, she came over saying that the war starts. And I couldn't believe that. Nobody couldn't believe that war started. But I was in complete shock, and I was in stupor. I didn't know what to do, and in my school, nobody didn't teach us. Not me, not our neighbors, not my grandmother. There was like time that we didn't know what to do. We just only knew that we needed to leave our apartments.
You ended up leaving Kharkiv to go and stay with a friend of your grandmother, but still you kept hearing the sound of explosions. It must have been a really terrifying time for you.
Yes, there was in the Kharkiv, but in the and other parts. And when we moved in the second day of the war, we got messages from our friend that in our district is bombings, but we didn't hear that because we were in far away from our district, and there was actually more. There was more safety there, but not so safety. And we hear a lot of explosions because we were like in a hill that every sound we could hear, and it was so terrifying actually. Yes, and sometimes when explosion was near 6 kilometers away, we just straight away we were running into shelter, and I was writing diary even in the darkness, when I had a telephone.
Must have been
me.
so scary. And just finally, you're now in Ireland. You've left Ukraine. You're in Ireland. Describe your life now, Eva.
I started attend school since 1st of April, and I'm in second year secondary school. I thought when I came to school, I thought it would be really really hard to me, because I don't actually understand. I thought I was suspecting that I won't understand something, and I won't understand a lot. But when I came, I was understanding mostly parts, and I usually translate. I usually use my translator, which makes for me easier to understand. But actually, yeah, and I got really really good marks, and really good student.
Oh, it's great to see. I'm sure you are, Yiva. It has been quite the year for you. Thank you so much for telling us your story.
Thank you.